If you clicked on this video looking for a huge technical breakdown on these two new portable lights from Zhiyun, you've come to the wrong place. But if you're searching for a video to convince you why the X60 and CX100 are two products that are a must-have, keep watching. Before we get started, I will make you aware that Zhiyun did send me these lights. So this is not a review, this is simply me sharing my excitement and experience I've had using these two products with you, the audience. If you want a review, there are going to be so many on these lights out there on YouTube, but for ethical reasons, this isn't one of those. Firstly, the X60 RGB is a 60 watt COB light that is not just bi-color, but also outputs any color you could think of to add a bit of character and contrast to your shots. It's small enough to fit in a coat pocket and 12 times as powerful as this very popular and similar sized battery powered light that I own from Aperture. But unlike the Aperture MC light, the X60 has a detachable battery and also offers the choice of being powered by a USB-C battery bank or mains adapter, which makes this light super versatile for wherever you decide to light up a scene. The CX100 is a budget conscious but super portable 100 watt light from their new Cinepia brand of lighting. It sports a built-in battery pack, and just like the X60, it also has the options of being powered by a battery bank and mains adapter. It's a simplified version of their Molus X100 light, but unlike the X100, this does not have the built-in LCD display. The battery pack is not removable, the build quality is a bit cheaper, and there is no music mode or app support. Both of these lights have these adorable ZY mount reflectors and an optional diffusion dome bundled together with them, and just like the lights themselves, they're small enough to carry in your camera bag, with the dome squishing down to save even more space. However, if you do want to use these tiny lights with a more traditional full-size softbox or lantern, you can buy this adapter, which will convert the ZY mount to a Bowens mount. This mount also doubles up as a great way to mount the light to a light stand, but if you want the ultimate in portable lighting setups, you can buy the most adorable mini softbox direct from Zhiyun. I think despite the softbox being so small, it actually has a few key features that make it really great. To start with, obviously the size. It's easy to transport, it gives you a nice direct soft look. It's not as soft as a full-size softbox, but much softer than what you get with the dome. And you have a bundled grid included in the box, which lets you focus the light even more. Plus, it's really easy to use. All you have to do is simply pull down on the handles and it locks into place. And when you're done with it, push the tab to release the lock and use the Velcro strap to tie it up. Which has got me thinking, why do my two full-size softboxes not have this strap? It would make storing them so much easier. But what really makes these lights special? Well, it always circles back to the size and how portable they are. I received the CX100 first, and from the moment I pulled this out of the box, I chucked it straight into my camera bag, and I've been using this religiously on my photo and video shoots at work. Whenever I'm filming a property, I can pop it in the most tiny place or hang it off a door with a super clamp to give me a really nice burst of light that I can bounce off the ceiling or a wall to light a subject or the room. The battery has lasted me a few hours on shoots, as I do dim it between shots when I'm moving about, and when it does run low, I just plug it into a portable 100 watt power bank to keep it going. To further illustrate exactly why being small is a big deal, take this massive carry case for my Godox 150 watt video light. For the past few years, I've been using this light exclusively for my YouTube key light and some odd client work. It's big, it's heavy, and it takes up a lot of room, and when I'm lugging it about, it can be such an inconvenience. At the end of the day, when I pack it all away, I just don't want to get it out again. Now compare it to this little X60 bag. It's got space for the battery pack, the light, reflector, diffusion dome, and mains power supply. Still not convinced? Okay, let's take a look at both the CX100 and X60 inside my 150 watt light bag. Notice how much room is spare? Okay. Let me throw in my Zhiyun G200 300 watt LED light, which I actually bought with my own money. That's a 3-point lighting setup in a bag originally meant for one light, with plenty of room to spare for battery banks, more power leads, and maybe even a few accessories. Now the X60 offers the same features of the CX100, but also offers lighting effects, this useful screen, the battery pack is detachable, and you can take advantage of the ZY Vega app. Not to mention, just look at how cool this light is. Not only am I incredibly impressed by how powerful it is for such a small light, I think the styling of it is just absolutely standout and awesome. It really does turn a lot of heads when I show people this light, and they definitely do not expect to see the levels of brightness that it produces. Rolling back to talk about the ZY Vega app, this app allows you to group up lights together, create scenes, and adjust everything from a phone or tablet. So whether you're a solo shooter or part of a production team, you've got full control without the need to get up on a rig or adjust any light stands to see the screen. It's just a shame that the CX100 doesn't work with this app. What if you're someone like me who creates videos in their bedroom or at home? Could you use these lights? Absolutely. This whole video has been shot with these two lights, plus a few other practical lights in the background to build up the scene. I'm using the CX100 as my key light with the Bowens mount mounted to an auto pole and a nice big softbox. Then to add some separation from the background and act as a hair light, I'm using the X60 with the mini softbox and crate attached to a magic arm that I've clipped on to the ceiling light above me. Now once I add the tube light in the back there and turn on my bulb in the background and my desk lights, we have a complete look for my YouTube videos. It's a really easy setup, and the best thing about this setup is neither of these lights are plugged into power right now. They're running off battery. So as I'm not running either of these at 100%, I've got up to an hour on the CX100 and almost 3 hours on the X60 at 10%, which is plenty of brightness for a hair light to get my talking shots completed. Now I really don't want to waffle on any more about how awesome I think these lights are, but they really are. There is only a few potential downsides that you should be aware of. The fans can get noisy at 100%, so if you're recording audio you may want to factor this in. However, if you're shooting at a lower power output, this isn't an issue as they do rarely come on. The CX100 doesn't offer app support, so you will need to manually adjust it, which leads me onto these dials. They're clear to read, but I do think they could be a bit better quality. They are very easy to knock the color temperature or brightness levels out of sync, and the curve of the brightness levels on the CX100 is very sudden, so from 0 to 100 it could be quite dim and then really bright. So thank you for watching this video on these two awesome new lights from Zhiyun. I really hope these guys continue to push the smaller lights further and further, because it might spur on even more innovation from other brands, which is an absolute win-win for all of us. And if you'd like to pick up these lights for yourself, I've left links to both these and the G200 light I purchased in the description of this video. Thank you for watching.